Hello, hello. Welcome to my channel. My name is Emmie from Emmie Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So, I'm doing a reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, also for your cross watchers, also for the empaths that find themselves on this video not knowing why they're watching Pisces. Something because they're not dealing with a Pisces and they're not Piscean. Oh, well, you're probably an empath and you're probably here to get messages from your soul. So let's get started. Let's get started. Okay. Let me just fix myself. Here we go. I asked the Piscean energies what this reading would be about, and I got a very, very interesting answer. Things are about to change quite a bit. And these changes are going to be scary because they will create a depth of perception that is just very difficult for many people to deal with. You know, a depth of perception that makes life very, very, very complicated. Complicated because you see it from so many different angles. I mean, the whole point of seeing it from that many different angles is to help you simplify. But because it's becoming so simple, the human brain just can't stand that. The human brain is like, that's too easy. That can't possibly be the answer. I beg to differ. It is. I beg to differ. Oh, shoot. Oh, Lord. Mars came out from hiding. That's going to be difficult. It's definitely going to be difficult. Whenever Mars comes out, it's like in your face type stuff. Let me get the other cards. Okay. This is the deck I wanted. All right. Final deck to pull from. Oh shit. There you go. Okay, final deck to pull from. Things are about to become so much more complex. It's very interesting. Very, very interesting. Interesting because I don't know how else to put it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And put it right here. Push this back. All right, let's get started. Let's get started. Da, 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 da. Okay. Oh, how many cards did I pull? Oh, that's right, 7. Okay. How do you forget? You even counted it out loud. So, card number 48, a fierce, purba wielding blue dakini. Conduit from the sky to the earth. Be fierce and vanquish whatever is holding you back. Oh, Lord. She's requesting vanquishing things. Oh, look at that. What is it called? A Vajra? I was looking that up last night. That's a fucking demon subduer. I was like, oh, I for sure legit need one of those. Just for decorative purposes, of course. Card number 33, Vajrakilaya. Vajrakilaya, the magician. What you identify with becomes who you are. How do you identify yourself? Do you simply identify yourself as someone who other people can pick on, someone that's a pushover, someone that gets treated badly, like all these negative things that you can identify as? Do you identify in a negative manner? Or, or do you hold people accountable for what it is they do, how they behave? And that's not your fault. That's not who you are. Um, but at the same time, maintaining the ability to hold yourself accountable for your part in that situation. Oh, I heard the word situationship. Does this have to do with a situationship? Hmm. Card number 23. So we have 48, 33, and 23. 48 is the number of self and reunification, all your parts reunified. 33 is the number of the ascended awareness. 23 is the number of the blue ray. Medicine Buddha, the lapis lazuli healer king. Lapis lazuli being blue. being a very healing type of stone. Lapis lazuli Michael's stone? Hold on one second. Un momento. Lapis lazuli, Archangel Michael. Okay. Oh, okay. You have sigils on lapis lazuli. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh wow. That's that's interesting. There's information regarding Archangel Michael, and his second role, Michael, is the angel of death, carrying the souls of all the deceased to heaven. In this role, Michael descends at the hour of death and gives each soul the chance to redeem itself before passing, thus consternating the devil and his minions. Catholic prayers often refer to this role of Michael. Interesting. But that's from Wikipedia, so anyone can post in there. Let's see. I don't know. Lapis lazuli was considered a stone of royalty and works with Michael's blue ray of integrity. I don't know. I don't know. I know that lapis lazuli was part of the high priest breastplate in ancient times. Sometimes it's good to seek help from others. Tying back to a situationship, I'm wondering if it's, I'm wondering if for some of us, this situationship is negative or seen as negative because of the fact that we are having a hard time asking for and accepting help from others. I wonder if that's what it has to do with. Um, I'm also wondering if for some of us, this has to do with you wanting help from others far too soon because you don't want to do it alone. There are some Pisceans that are like that. There are some empaths that are like that. I'm sorry. I'm injured. I have to stretch out my leg. Um, that's a very, it's hard to discern what the actual message is right now. Hmm. All right. So, card number 36, listening for truth. You have to listen closely for truth. There are so many things in this world that seek to provide you a version of the truth. And if it's simply a version of the truth, it's not the total truth. It's time for us to enter into a phase where we can kind of work on our fears, become more aware of certain things that we do, and then going on from that phase, entering this next part of our journey, our life here on earth, where we're no longer afraid, you know? Um, I call it a phase to reach this point because really you don't want that process that you go through to lose your fear of yourself to continue through your entire life. You want that to be a small phase, and then the benefits of that, the learning from that is what will continue through the rest of your life. Okay? That's a very important thing to distinguish, that the processes that you go through to reach the higher levels of understanding of yourself and your soul, the under over inner standing of yourself and your soul, those are often very difficult processes that I personally do. I don't want to continue that shit for the rest of my life. Fuck that. I'm willing to learn through it, but if you're going to ask me, require me to have those cycles continue through the rest of my life, you better rub your fucking eyes and see who you're talking to, because I'm not going to agree to that. I don't think so. Card number 3, inspiration. Allow yourself to be inspired by the sting of those phases that we all go through to reach higher levels of understanding. Now, I'm getting this message right now that the things you go through are gonna mean diddly squat if you're not going to accept the lessons that it's teaching you. A lot of us don't. A lot of us want to assume we actually know what's going on. We want to convince ourselves that we know everything, we've done the work. I hate that term. Oh my God. I hate that phrase. I've done the work. I've done all the work. I just, I don't know why it irks me so much. It's irking me more and more. I haven't heard that in a while either. Hmm. Card number two, trust. Trust your process. Whatever you're going through is what you need to go through to learn more about yourself, your purpose, um, the truth of your power. Okay. Card number 29, seeing the true you. Allow yourself to see who you truly are, because who you believe yourself to be is probably not who you are. That goes both ways. So some of us believe ourselves to be a bad person. Some of us believe ourselves to be like all these negative things. Probably not true. Probably not true. Some of us believe, oh, we're such an amazing person. Probably not true either. What I have seen so many times, time and time and time again, and time again, and time again, who we think we are is not who we actually are. This is a storyline we have convinced ourselves of. The people who are so worried about other people seeing them as bad, um, that fear has helped to regulate you. That fear has kept you from behaving badly, from being bad to other people. And then the people who, like, oh, I do so much for everyone. What's your intent when you do things for them? I'm a good person because I do so much for everyone. Do you do a lot for a lot of people because you want them to think you're good? What are you hiding? Why are you hiding behind that? What don't you want other people to see? Hmm? I'm gonna share some videos of that I got from TikTok. I don't know how accurate the information is in these videos, but I do remember coming across quite a bit of information years ago regarding these people who modern pop culture tells us are saint like. In particular, Gandhi and Mother Teresa. If this information is true, that's some really fucked off shit. But they did present a good image. They did an amazing job at branding themselves as saints and protectors of humanity. Is that what's going on? Some of us are branding ourselves. We're trying to create some sort of brand image that paints us as spiritual and a good person. I mean, truth be told, when you're too focused, when you're so focused on being seen as elevated in your spirituality and being a good person, um, when you put effort into being seen in that way, you're probably not that good of a person. You probably have quite a bit of insecurities that are causing you to do a little too much. And then that kind of makes me wonder, like, what are you hiding? What are you hiding from the world, from yourself, that you need so badly for everyone to see you in this way? A way that, I mean, if you have to try, that's probably not you. See, there's a difference between trying too hard to be seen as spiritual, to be seen as good, and being afraid that people will see you in a negative way. There's kind of a difference there. You know what I mean? Like, way back when, I used to be afraid that people would see me as mean. I do have the ability to be mean. Absolutely. That's right. I do. um, but I was afraid that people would see me as mean, but that doesn't mean that I am. I have the ability to be mean when it's appropriate. See, I've been doing a lot of stuff to balance my perception of myself. And that's where all of this is coming from. All of this, like, thought and opinion regarding the subject matter, it comes from that. All of this time that I've spent really, really solidifying my point of view when it comes to this subject matter. When I was afraid that people would see me as a bad person, was I a bad person? No. At no point in this lifetime have I been a bad person. Other lifetimes, I've fucked shit up for real. It's been pretty fucked up. That's not carrying over into this life, though. That's the thing. It's this recognition of some of the really fucked up shit I did in previous lives that caused me to strive to be the best, most compassionate expression of my most authentic truth in this one. Where are you at within your own journey? Have you been able to really, really look at yourself and see where you're at? Not to cast blame or doubt or amplify your self-hatred and self-denial, but to see the truth of who you actually are. Once you see who you actually are, you can then begin considering different feasible solutions to address whatever it is you're struggling through, because we're all struggling. Really, this concept of good person, bad person, that's such a basic human concept that was instilled to create division, to create an opportunity to further divide us as a collective whole. So now you have to really take the time to assess, who am I right now? Who am I? Where am I at within my journey? There is no good person, bad person. There are those who are products of their environment. They are still to be held accountable for their behaviors. But if all your environment teaches you is violence, it's very difficult for you to not become violent. So now we have to really, really think, like, my behaviors. Is it because I'm truly, genuinely a bad person? Or am I just a product of my environment? And now that I recognize this, I can choose to be who I actually am rather than continuing whatever this particular portion of society taught me. It's one of those things where it's like, in some cultures even, if you decide to elevate yourself and begin behaving in a way, conducting yourself in a manner that is in better alignment with the truth of who you are, there are some cultures that will tell you, oh, so now you think you better than us. Well, I mean, if that's what you think, I can't stop you from thinking what you think. And my own culture um has a very similar mindset where, if you can really, really change the way, like, what systems you participate in, if you can just be authentically you. I come personally from a culture where, you know, as a female, I should not be able to drive stick shift. Well, I fucking taught myself that shit. I should not be as vocal as I am about my opinions. Um, and many times, I've been accused of being whitewashed. What the fuck does that even mean? What? Yeah, that I'm whitewashed. So I'm expected to behave in such a way that's in alignment with a country I did not grow up in. Their blood runs through my veins, but their culture is foreign to me. I grew up stateside. So it's kind of like, but I grew up with white people and Mexicans and blacks, other Asians. I mean, if you wanted me to behave like the women in that country, you should have fucking raised me in that country. I probably still won't behave that way because that's not who I am. Yeah. So a lot of people, a lot of people will not give you permission to grow in the way you need to grow. Who cares? You should definitely care about many, many things. That in particular, no, no. Those are the people who want you to stay stuck in certain cycles, certain programs, certain roles that people need to play. Okay. No, no, nope, no. Call me whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. I don't care. You can call me whitewash, you can call me a bitch, you can call me all sorts of things. I really don't care, because everything that comes out of your mouth after you make it known to me that you require of me to stay constricted, to stay very much within a box that someone else created that doesn't even fit me. I don't value anything you say after that. Oops, I said too much truth. Yeah, I don't. What makes me so different than other people? Once you show me who you are, I will 100% believe it. I will forever believe that, and I will act accordingly. So if you show me that you are a person that needs me to stay confined, that needs me to always cater to your insecurities so you can feel better about yourself, fuck me and my needs, but it's all about you, baby boo. Um, I don't value you. I mean, you still have a right to exist. You still have a right to exist. But I have no value for you in my space in my life. That makes me a bad person to a lot of people. That makes me very mean to a lot of people. But the other option, if I don't choose to be that way, the other option would be still mean, but only to me. So that makes it okay for everyone else. No, it does not. Thank you, Wicked Love. No, it does not. It does not make it okay. Ever. It does not make it okay. In a situation where everyone expects you to be mean to yourself, you don't need to be in that environment. Oh, but I don't want to be alone. Well, you're already alone in that environment. You just have all these bodies filling your space. You're already alone. They don't stand with you. They don't walk with you. They don't appreciate that you exist the way you are. How are you not alone? And these are very difficult things that I had to come to the conclusion of. Like I didn't want to leave California. Why everyone I know is in California? Who the fuck visits you, girl? Who comes over? People come over all the time. People invite you out all the time. You alone in California. You have the option of calling people. Do you? Do you ever invite anyone over? Do you ever invite anyone to go out, to hang out with you? No. Okay, so what are you so afraid of? You already don't have that here. What's the difference if you leave the state? Not a damn thing. Not a damn thing. So we have to begin really coming to terms with the fact that sometimes we've already isolated ourselves. We have already separated ourselves so far from everyone else that what is the difference between staying there and unhappy and going a different direction and finally having some sort of internal peace, internal stability? What is the difference? I'll tell you what. People shaming you, people not giving you permission. That's what. Because as I prepared to leave California permanently, I was very much shamed. Oh, that's so unstable. You're going to live in an RV? That's so unstable. What about your kids? Don't be so selfish. What about my kids? Did you think that they weren't going to get fed and nurtured? That's already our relationship. That is our relationship. That was already established. That's not going to change just because where we live is different. They're never going to give you permission, but guess what? Several years pass by. Several years, about 4 or 5 years pass by. I can't believe how brave you were. Oh my god, I wish I could do that. Oh, motherfucker, you told me I was creating instability for my children. Oh my god, your kids are so close. Your whole family is so close. It's fucking amazing. I wish I had that. See what I'm saying? Yeah. Sometimes you're just so far ahead that people don't understand. It's okay. It's okay. You don't need them to understand. You just need to be fully present in the decisions you need to make for yourself. Things are about to get very, very deep. This is a depth where most other souls will probably drown. Pisceans and empaths, you don't have to come up for air. You don't have to come up for air. This is your ocean. You breathe that water in. This is the ocean within your heart. Dive deep. There's so much peace in that depth. It's almost like the deeper you go, the more it feels like creation itself is holding you, hugging you, and you're afraid of that? Well, it might be so deep it's going to crush me. Who? If you don't have to come up for air, that means you don't have air within your body. That means there's nothing to crush, because the only time something will get crushed is if the atmospheric pressure outside of the vessel is far greater than the pressure inside. You were made for this descent. Why do you think you've never fit in with the surface level people? If you have never fit in with the surface level people, that means that's not your home. And if the surface is not your home, guess what is? The depth. So go deep, go real deep, let yourself really, really exist in the truth of who and what you are, not as defined by other people, but defined as your discovery of who you are. You don't have to know who you are to go through this process, but I promise you, this process will tell you exactly who you are when you're done. Do you want to know who you are? Do you want to know what you're here for? Or do you just say that to yourself? Because it sounds good, it sounds spiritual. Do we just say that? Like, I'm trying to find myself. By continuing to exist at the surface level that never welcomed you. If you're incapable of being superficial, surface level existence, I don't mean that in a derogatory way. I'm talking about levels. If you have never been comfortable existing at that surface level, that's not who you are. If you've never been comfortable being accepted by the people who exist at that surface level, that's not who you are. I'm antisocial and awkward in person. Very. Yet I've been accepted by so many different groups in real life. It still feels weird to me. I just feel like I don't belong. I just feel so different because I am different. And that's okay for me to know that. It's not different as in better, it's different as in not the same. So at some point, I need to be honest with myself. Girl, you play this role and people invite you out. You don't resonate, but you still play this role. You still, oh, sure. Do you want me to drive? I don't know if I can go. I could pick you up. Yeah, no, I have gas. It's okay. I can drive us. Girl, you don't even want to fucking go. You don't want to drive. You don't want to go. Yeah, here you are offering to drive and go somewhere you don't want to go. And it's not me being fake. Like years ago, so many fucking years ago, I stopped going out with the people I grew up with. I just didn't resonate, and I'm so fucking awkward in real life that I just stand there. And the girls I went to high school with, they would be like, come on, come out with us. Let's go to a bar. And they were having a good time. And I'm like, I want to go home. What's the point of going out? I'm ruining everyone else's time because I want to be home. I want to be at home in my pajamas, laying around, reading books with my kids. That's where I want to be. And I would force myself to go out because I didn't want them to think I didn't like them. And it's not that I didn't like them either. These are girls I grew up with. It's not that I don't like them. We're just so different. And when I go out with them, well, when I used to go out with them, I mean, the shit that I would talk about. The shit that I would talk about, they'd be like, where the fuck is this even coming from? What are you talking about? Oh, you don't know? Oh my God. Yeah, no, let me tell you. but I was forcing it. I was forcing it because I felt obligated. And in my forcing myself, everyone was miserable. Well, no, I believe they still had fun, but they're like, what the fuck's wrong with you, girl? You've been staying at home too much. Enjoy yourself. And I'm like, I can't. I don't like this. I don't like to drink. I don't like to drink. I don't like people like bumping into me. I don't like any of that. I don't like confined spaces. I like to be quiet in my home. It's okay. It's okay for you to know what you like. It's okay for what you like to not be what other people like. Do you know how it feels to be numbered among the spiritual communities? And to have never taken ayahuasca, to have never done DMT, to not partake in the sticky, icky, um, to not meditate, like all of these things count as marks against me. What? You've never done Aya? No. You don't want to meet Mama Aya? Not really. I got my own mom. Yeah, no, no. You're not drawn to it? Not really. Well, what about San Pedro? Um, I got a fairy named Pedro. That's about all I commune with. Not even that. Half the time I tell him, get the fuck out of here. Like, you're annoying me. Get away, Pedro. Don't touch my things, Pedro. Yeah, no, it's one of those things where even in the group where I'm supposed to fit in, I don't fit in. Even when I had, this very, very small group chat, me and two other people, and they were like supposed to be like super same level as me and stuff. And I would, mention a topic and it's like crickets. What are you talking about? Oh, nothing. I'm kidding. Oh, I'm kidding. I don't know. I'm kidding. Yeah, no, it's one of those things. You have to just be comfortable with yourself as you are, with yourself at the depth you're supposed to exist within. 77% at 1037. Mm-hmm. 77% at 1037. 7, 7, 10. 3 plus 7 is 10. 7, 7, 10, 10. There's a completion of this and understanding, this process to reach an understanding that it's time to take a journey within yourself. 7, 7, 10, 37. 77 is an elevated form of completion. 10, 37. Solid foundation from which to complete this journey you're becoming aware you need to take. Very interesting numbers. Card number 41, bring it into form. You're bringing into form the type of life you're going to live. This is what you are choosing for yourself. We have to be done with this narrative that, oh no, they forced me to. Did they? In social circumstance, they forced you to? Maybe I'm just that different because if you try and force me, I will get combative as fuck. You will never see that shit coming. I will be so fucking combative. If you try and force me to do something at the height that I am, you'd never see that shit coming. The level of aggression that would come out of me if you tried to force me to do something in real life, you'd never expect that. Ever. Ever. What's that?
True.
What?
Very true.
Say it louder.
Very true. Say it with my chest.
Say it with your chest,
Very
motherfucker.
true.
He said very true. Yeah, no. You'd never see that shit coming. You wouldn't. Oh, they forced me to. Bitch, fucking try it. Fucking try it and see what the fuck happens. You better do it over the phone to keep your ass physically safe. See what the fuck happens. No. And this comes from someone who has existed more than half my life being told what to do, being forced to comply with things that just don't resonate with me. We have to do this. Oh, God. Okay. What time? And now that I've allowed myself to be who I am and to honor my needs, you have to do this. Who fucking said, make me, fight me? I'm telling you, I'll teach you how to choke someone with their shirt. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, you could choke them out real quick. I'm kidding. I'm not teaching you guys shit. There is a video on my profile. Yeah, yeah. I may be small, you may be able to pick my ass up, but if I can get your throat from the front, uh, or from the back or from the side, whichever way you want, you better tuck that chin in. Because if I can get it under the chin, Imma cinch that bitch. I'm gonna cinch that bitch. Yeah. Imma be riled the fuck up. You're not gonna stop me. I won't even notice you're tapping. You're gonna have to get at least 4 friends to get me and my monkey arms and legs off of your ass. I fit nicely in the crook of a neck. I fit nicely. I have small arms. I fit nicely. I'm just saying. You think you can fuck me up? I fold up real nice. I mean, look, I fold up real fucking nice. You think you can like do shit to me? No, I fold up into a ball. And when you get all comfortable thinking you can fuck with me, I'm gonna choke you out. All right. Feel my aggression rising. Let me just stop. I got a lot of testosterone running through my veins, y'all. Card number 21. Beyond the mind, the heart beats. Okay. All seriousness, I'm a peaceful person. I haven't had to choke anyone in public for a very long time. No, I've never had to choke anyone in public, but I have 3 older brothers who are very much into the MMA industry. Okay. Yeah, we not fucking around. They made sure their little sister's safe. Safe. Okay. Card number 21, beyond the mind, the heart beats. You have to go beyond what you think you're supposed to go. The human mind has this amazing way of regulating, constricting, and lowering your expectation of yourself. It's one of those things. Like, how successful do you expect yourself to be? Well, I don't think I can accomplish much. Is that the truth, though? Aren't you accomplishing things just by existing? I mean, the reality of it is, just by you existing, you're probably already accomplishing quite a bit within your life. You're accomplishing the things your soul brought you into this life to learn. The problem comes when you begin to live in a way that's based on other people's expectations of what you can accomplish. Fuck that shit. Back in January, when I had to get all of my brother's things out of the hotel room he was in for a month, I did all that shit by myself. It basically filled up a small moving truck, like one of those U-Hauls, a small one. I loaded that shit by myself in an hour. Fucked up knees, fucked up back, fucked up shoulder and elbow. I did all that by myself. No one expected me to be able to do that. Well, fuck your expectations. I'll do whatever the fuck I want to do. If I want to get this out within an hour all by myself, I fucking will. I'll find a way. I'll figure it out and I'll do it. No complaints. At no point did I complain that I had to do any of that. Why? Because I know I can handle this shit. You know why I know I can handle this shit? I don't have any other options but to handle this shit. So I'm going to handle my shit. And maybe that's just like the Capricorn moon in me, but you are not going to tell me about myself when you haven't known me since birth and lived with me through every single event of my life. You have no idea what I have survived through. So you have no idea of my tenacity. None. You know what this means? You know what this means in sign language? Shut your pie hole. Just like that. You just tell them to stop talking. Just like that. That's it. When someone starts to tell you about who you are and what limits you need to exist within, I mean, yeah, sometimes I just go like this. People don't know what I'm talking about. That means I shut my ears to you. I'm not listening to you anymore because you're not going to convince me that I'm less than what I actually know myself to be. And what I know myself to be is not even as much as what I actually am. Let that sink in. This is not unique to me, you guys. This is not unique to me. This is our truth as a collective whole. This is our truth. I just happen to be the spokesperson right now. That's it. I just happen to have lost my fear enough that I can speak these truths about us without being ashamed and, oh, what if people's feelings get hurt? You shouldn't fucking be on my video then if you can't accept your truth. That's mean. I mean, no, it's truthful. What's mean is that you want me to continue lying to you to make you feel comfortable. I'm not going to do that. I'm not. I refuse. I refuse. Even if you were to pay me, I would still be honest to you. If you would pay me to lie to you, fuck that. I'm still going to tell you the truth. No refunds. I'm just saying. No refunds. Card number 10, releasing allegiances. Uh, okay. Card number 10, releasing allegiances. Let go of this sense of obligation to other people. Obligation to certain types of connections, obligation. If you feel obligated, that's not healthy for you. You have a right to choose everything. Everything. Everything within your life, you choose it, because if you don't, if you live by obligation and you are miserable, that is your own doing. Now, I'm saying this because I'm a person who has learned my sense of obligation was the root of my misery for most of my life. Because I wasn't just doing nice things because it felt right to my heart. I felt obligated to do these things, and therefore I did it, and then I was miserable. And I was upset. And guess what? I chose that shit. It's not about blame, it's about accountability. There's a huge difference between the two. Blame is simply pointing out how you fucked up. Accountability is encouraging you to own your decisions, because once you recognize you are powerful enough to decide for the negative result, that means at some point you will recognize you are powerful enough to decide for the positive. That's up to you, though. What you want to decide for yourself. Oh, but they made me. No, they didn't. You wanted them to feel some sort of way about you, and so you did it. You agreed. Did they think you were nice after that? Probably not, huh? How'd that work out? All the times that I did something because I didn't want to look mean, it led to other times that they wanted me to do something, which I also agreed to because I didn't want to look mean. I didn't want to inconvenience anyone, which then led to other times where they did the same shit, to other times they did the same shit, to other times they did the same shit. And then when I finally got sick and tired of this shit, and I said, no, I'm sorry, I can't, I'm busy. You're such a bitch. You never fucking help me when I need it. Oh, oh, I put that shit in my calendar. Let me see. Let's look at these months. Yeah, no, I've been doing shit for you several times a week, every week for how many weeks now? I'm such a bitch because I'm not helping you right now. Mm. Well, since you've labeled me as that, let me just go full bitch on you. Fuck you. Do that shit your fucking self. You're a fucking lazy ass. Do that fucking shit your fucking self. I'm not doing no more shit for you because let me really take to heart that bitch role. Now you're going to see the real bitch come out of me. I'm not doing shit for you. Oh, no, but you're not. Oh, I don't give a shit. I don't hear nothing you say at this point. All I needed to hear was the truth coming out of your mouth. Unless I am doing what you expect me to do, regardless of how unfair it is to me, unless I'm doing it for you, I'm the fucking bitch. So let me be a full fucking bitch the rest of your fucking life. Don't ever ask me for shit again. Boom. Oh, she's so combative. She's so combative. Why is she like that? She's so aggressive. Because when you have people pillaging your soul, the only way to properly address that was with the appropriate level of aggression and force. You are worth the fight. Abso-fucking-lutely. You are worth that fight. If motherfuckers want to start war for you to be destroyed, give them motherfuckers war. Make it fucking nuclear. Level all that shit out and then go back to your peaceful self. They never come back after that. Though the demonic or dumb ones do. They come back thinking it's all go. It's been a few months. She's probably not. But no, I saw the truth of who you are. It's not that I'm pissed. It's now I'm honest. I ain't got nothing for you. I'm not helping with your shit. I'm not offering you nothing. What do you want? Why are you here? You have now forever been identified by me, my heart, and my soul for the person you actually are. What are you here for? I'm not going to be friendly with you. You got to do that shit to me one time. That's your own fucking bad that you didn't put more effort into it to fully destroy me in that time. This is not going to work anyways. I will come back no matter what. You don't get a second chance. You don't get a second chance. We need to adopt this. We really, really do. I'm not talking about people who hurt our feelings because our expectations were not aligned with their reality. I'm talking about people who you know have been abusing your kindness and grace, your patience, your tolerance. Those are the people, they don't get a second chance. The people who would sit around and allow others to hurt you, to attack you, they don't get a second chance either. You're just as bad as the people who were attacking me. You're just as bad. If you couldn't defend me knowing all of this shit was going on behind my back, you part of that group. Go hang out with that group. There's no space for you here. No space for you here. We took your fucking chair away. We put that shit in the trash. You don't get to sit here no more. Nope. Nope. And people will tell you, oh my God, Emmie, that is so childish. You can't live with hatred in your heart like that. Who said I hate you? I don't care enough to hate you. Yeah, no. This is not about hate. This is about you letting me see the reality of who you are. I don't need that kind of toxicity in my life. I'm pretty sure you'll find other people willing to participate in that toxicity. There's a lot of people who are willing to. Oh, there's this video. Hold on, I downloaded it. This cracks me up. Sometimes my brother sends me videos and I'm like, what the fuck are you trying to say? Are you saying that's me? Is you saying that's me? He probably is. He probably low-key trying to talk shit to me. All right. Here.
People be like, oh my God, your relationship's so toxic. You should leave him. But is he your relationship though? Because I love him.
Yup.
And I like to argue.
I do too.
I like some little razzle-dazzle. We like.
But I like to argue. I like toxicity. Yeah, no, there's people that exist that are like that. Doesn't make them a bad person. You just have to be honest with yourself. If that's who's standing in front of you, just know their presence in your life is going to continue to bring toxicity into your life. And if that's what you want, if your loyalty, your allegiance is to that person, then that means your allegiance is to drama, toxicity. I'm sorry, I have no allegiance to that kind of shit. I don't care how long you've been in my life. If I finally see the truth that that's all you're about, I mean, I can still keep loving you silently from afar. Don't fucking tell me none of your problems because I'm going to conveniently be busy. I'm not going to tell you to be someone else. Now, if you ask me like, Emmie, what's up? Oh, I still got love for you, but you're pretty fucking toxic, bro. You're toxic. I can't do it. But I mean, how's the weather over there? That's just kind of how I be. Yeah. Hold on. People be like, that's fucked up. No, it's truthful. It's truthful. All right. Card number 8, Chiron, healing. The wound is a place where the light enters you. Healing must take place before you're able to deal with your matter, before you're able to reach the depth that you need to go to. You need to allow yourself to heal. You need to go through that process of healing. You know why? Because those places where you haven't healed are places with pockets of air. If you're going to go to the depth that you need to go, those pockets are going to feel crushed. It's going to hurt. You don't need to hurt like that unless that's how you choose to learn your lessons. And this is coming from someone who consistently chooses to learn their lessons in that way. Because as I'm in that situation, For some fucking reason, I can't quite see that there's another option. Or maybe I do see it, but because of who I am, I just happen to always pick the most difficult way to learn the lesson. That's okay though. I learn. I learn on my own time, in my own way, at a depth that is appropriate for me and my ability. In choosing to learn it the harder way, I'm gifted with more resistance and more opportunity for spiritual hypertrophy. My growth, my spiritual growth, it's elevated because I struggle more. It's okay. I've come to understand that's just my process. That's who I am. That's what I choose. I never know that there's another option. And it's okay because you don't have to do your journey the way other people do. You do your journey in whatever way is right for you. But just know the more you fight it, the more you struggle, the more you grow eventually. But as long as you continue to fight it, it's not going to resolve. It's like the doctors put stitches in a wound it's a gaping wound, so obviously you need stitches. But every 48 hours, which is barely enough time to begin any type of healing, you rip the stitches out and let the wound gape open. I don't know why it won't heal. Well, motherfucker, keep your hands to yourself. Stop ripping that shit open. That's how you let it heal. You leave it alone for a little bit, but then eventually you need to come back and take the stitches out. Okay. This is the process of human development. When we get hurt, we have to leave that alone for a little bit. We have to let it rest. And there are people who are like, no, you need to talk about it now. No, I don't need to do shit just to satisfy your need to be needed because in the reality of things, you're actually not. There will be people in your life who will try and force you as you're trying to assess and quiet yourself down and just get solid within yourself and take a look at your wound, how you were hurt. There will be people, why are you so quiet? You have to talk about. No, I fucking don't. The problem here is that you want to be necessary and you're not. I think I'm being a little too truthful today. I think I'm being a little too truthful. I have to reconsider the way the messages are being delivered because it is the truth. I'm not going to lie to you, but maybe I need to be a little less cut and dry. Um, Let me just, yeah, because I'm hearing that hurt my feelings. I kind of hurt my feelings hearing that come out of my mouth. Yeah, I heard and felt myself say, "Ouch," you know, you know. It's just, you know. Okay, Chiron healing. This card is a card of great transformation. Therefore, in many ways, you're rising from the swamps. There's so much richness in the swamp, though. Um, there is. It's just, it stinks. It feels a little bit not sterile, like we should carpet bomb the swamp with sanitizer or something. I don't know. There's shit that lives there I probably don't want to come into contact with. But that doesn't negate the fact that there is so much richness and life in the swamp. So why are we trying to leave it? Why are we being so ashamed of the swamp that is our personal growth? Society conditions you to believe that unless you are polished, unless you can neatly put into boxes the things that are uncomfortable for other people to witness, that you just not. It's no, yeah. Sorry. Fact is this: I'm a messy ass fucking person within myself. I'm fucking messy in my feelings, and a lot of that I kind of just tuck away because Um, it's not necessarily out of shame. I'm just a private person, despite what you guys think. Um, I'm actually a very private person. I don't share much of my actual personal life with many people. Um, but that doesn't take away from the fact that I'm in a very rich, swampy ass place within myself. That's what my heart is. It's a fucking swamp. There's so much richness in the decay. when connections with people end. Um, it adds to the richness. The decay of that connectivity adds to the richness. And it's not that I seek out people who I know have no hope of having longevity um, with that connection with me. Um, it's more like I understand. I understand that not everyone will swim with me forever. Not everyone will be able to join me for the entire journey. And I also understand for me myself, I will never chase after someone. Never. You want to cut me out of my out of your life? Okay. I'm not going to text you and ask you why. I'm not going to try and find out from other people. I'm just, oh, you blocked me. Okay. Hope your feelings didn't get too hurt. Hopefully you're just, whatever. Um, but okay. I once had someone years ago. I was like a teen. I think I was 19 or something like that. Um, I thought he just wanted to be my friend. I guess I'm oblivious to people's intentions. I really thought we were just like, I thought he was my friend because we both worked at the mall. Um, and then he started talking to his ex girlfriend again. Uh, and literally, like, we only hung out a few times. Like, we were watching Wednesday night wrestling because my friend at the time was talking to his friend, his best friend. My best friend was talking to his best friend. We just all watching wrestling. And then one day he started talking to his ex girlfriend again, and I called to see if he was working that day because we worked in the same mall. And then he yelled at me and said, "Don't ever call me again." Okay. You must be having a bad day. I know I didn't do shit to you. Okay. And then a few months later, he saw me at the mall and he's like, "How come you never call me anymore? You act like you don't know somebody." Well, motherfucker, you told me not to call you. Why would I call you? He goes, "Oh, yeah, no, that was stupid." Yeah, no, you're fucking stupid. You told me not to call. Why? And then you're gonna come up to me and ask me like, "Oh, why am I being like that?" Being like what? Respectful of your space? Being like what? Now you make me feel fucking weird. I don't want to be your friend. Oh no, we were hella cool friends. Don't worry about it. Well, now, no, now that you made me feel like, oh, you think I'm trying to press up on you? I'm not trying to press up on you. I was just asking if you were working that day. What the fuck? Now I feel weird. You can't be a part of my life now. We can't go back to being friends. I didn't want nothing from you. I was just asking if you're working that. And then, no, and people will be like, oh, blah, 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 blah. No, you made me feel some kind of way already. Like, I feel weird now. I can't ever have that same kind of like, oh, yeah, no, we're just going to hang out. Because now I know, oh, there was some shit there. Okay, I pieced it together. You were talking to your ex girlfriend again, which that's none of my business. I'm not trying to get at you. And oh, so she thought there was something. Oh, hmm. And now that she won't take your calls, are you wondering why I'm not? Bitch, I don't play that shit. I know there's plenty of PPs in the world. I wasn't even interested in yours. I'm just saying. Card number 37, fire element, desire. Passion, though a bad regulator, is a powerful spring. There are changes coming, new movement. Look for them to be quick. I'll tell you guys, this is going to be quick. This is going to be quick. There's going to be a lot of things that will happen. Boom, boom, boom. Holy shit. How did I get here? Don't worry. Just assess where you're at in that moment. Assess how you feel about yourself, what you've learned about yourself, and then keep trucking. Just keep trucking. Trust me on this. Trust me on this. Keep trucking. I don't say keep trucking like avoid your thoughts and your feelings about things that are difficult for you. I'm saying continue moving. You can bring your all of your struggles travel with you. When I say keep trucking, that doesn't mean you're going to leave it there as baggage. That shit comes with you. It's pre-installed. It's stored right in you. So even if you keep trucking, that's coming with you. Don't worry about it. Just keep going. So card number 5, Mars force. War does not determine who is right, only who is left. The Mars card suggests there's something you may have to fight for. This card means to push back in terms of defense. You may either face aggressive situations with a need to confront or defend, or an intense, rousing sexual encounter. Right now, action is needed. You're being challenged to protect your interests or to move ahead quickly. It's very interesting. There are so many nuances to this message. If you feel yourself kind of tingling, sorry, I have to I have to kind of hold myself right now. If you feel yourself super tingling and really, really is just some kind of weird way, um, there's something going on within the energetic field. Um, the human beings who are housing a soul that's of an elevated nature, you're being called to action by creation. There's a need to accelerate the progression of your development. Your ascension mechanics are being cranked way the fuck up. That can be challenging for most people. That can be very, very challenging. That can be something that will cause you to feel very destroyed, abandoned, betrayed. Many people are being moved to different places, either geographically, emotionally within themselves. There's just so much movement going on. The more rigid you are during a period of movement, the more likely you will fracture, crumble, and be laid to waste. Okay? Um, Very specific message. You have to find your strength and your flexibility. It's very, very hard to shatter something that's flexible. I mean, have you ever shattered Play Doh while it's still pliable? Can you shatter that? You can't. It's pliable, it's soft. But have you ever tried to punch a slab of clay? You gonna fucking hurt yourself. You gonna hurt yourself, right? I don't know how I went southern. You gonna hurt yourself really good, really good. Bless your heart, cause it's gonna fucking hurt. But you know, mm. Hold up, hold up. Porcupine. You eat ants. Um, do they eat ants though? Yes, porcupines do eat ants. Yes, porcupines do eat ants. I gave mine some ants and he ate them like they were chips at a barbecue. Well, shit. They don't just they don't just depend on ants though. All right. So, here's the thing. The starting point is this, okay? This is a very specific message. The first step in this process, ant spirit, time to collaborate. It's time to kind of connect, probably within yourself. For some, this might be connection with other people. I don't really know. But I'm like, okay, ants are a hive mind though. Like, are we supposed to be part of the hive mind? No. Porcupine spirit. Card number 48, 4 being the number of self, 8 being the number of reunification of your parts. Time for beginner mind. It's time to begin thinking independently. No longer the hive mind. This is what this whole reading was about. Exiting that hive mind existence, thinking for yourself, beginning the process of thinking for yourself. Card number 61, hello, friend, turkey spirit, give with gratitude or grace. You have to give with gratitude or grace, meaning, when people challenge you, is give because, like, let's face it, Pisceans and empaths consistently give with gratitude and grace consistently in the way humanity expects us to, in the way society defines giving. Now, we taken this to a whole nother level. Give with gratitude and grace. Y'all think turkeys are docile? They are fucking not. They are not. I used to fight them in the neighborhood. I used to be like, motherfucker, go across the street. You cannot cross my lawn. They chase after me. They will. And you think all they do is run? These motherfuckers were jumping, flying up onto the roof because I got belligerent. They were jumping onto the roof, going over the roof, jumping off from the backyard. Motherfuckers, get out my yard. I wasn't really my yard, but still, they are not what we think. There was a story years ago of a man who was an animal rights activist. There was a turkey at a mall who, is like a petting turkey. You could like I don't know, take pictures with it and share. They were like trying to commercialize this living thing. And this animal rights activist broke into the mall, which is not easy if you okay, I'm not gonna tell you how to break in a mall. Refocus. He managed to get into the mall while it was closed. He stole the turkey, put it in his car. It was a grab and run. He put it in his car to save it. You know what the turkey did? Soon as he got into the driver's side, the turkey tried to peck the shit out of his face. You know what happened? He had to protect himself. And you know what he did? To get the turkey to stop attacking his face, he had to break its neck. 98% 1111. Like, yo, I think you need to take in some of that inner turkey. Give with gratitude and respect, grace. So when someone disrespects you, you need to give them some of that truth. Be thankful for that opportunity that they've given for you to speak your truth and hold your ground, and have a little bit of grace for yourself for understanding your worth. Give people a piece of your mind and have grace for yourself. When people continue to cross the line with you, there's nothing spiritually evolved about allowing it. That is a disrespect to your sovereign soul. That is a disrespect to the piece of divinity that exists within you. Why can I become so savage in my defense? I'm not defending me. I'm not defending me, the human being. I am standing up for the sovereign soul that exists within this body. This sovereign soul has lived as empresses and queens. You will not disrespect this fucking goddess. And if the lower expression of that higher divinity, which is me, the human being, needs to get savage with your ass for you to understand you will not address a royal in that way, motherfucker. You better bow. Then I will. And it's not because I think I am better than everyone. It's that I'm beginning to understand quite a few of the lives that I've lived, and I will not bow down to other people just to further soothe their toxicity. I don't always have to be right. I don't always have to be cherished, but you will not fucking be disrespectful to me, especially when I continue to show respect to everyone who comes before me. It's about reciprocity. It's about allowing yourself to expect the same minimal level of respect and dignity with which you treat other people. If I consistently hold myself accountable for the poor decisions that I make, if I consistently take ownership of my behaviors and apologize for the effects of those behaviors if they were unintentional, I expect that shit from whoever interacts with me. If that is what I offer you, in order for you to remain within my space, you have to reciprocate. And it's just bare basics. Bare basics like I will treat you with dignity. I will respect your needs. I need you to treat me with dignity. I need you to respect my needs. I need you to see the sovereign in me at the depth that I recognize, acknowledge, and honor the sovereign within you. You have to get really, really deep within yourself at this point. What happens when the tree's roots go so deep? It's hard for the winds of change and gossip to topple that tree over. Do trees move in the wind? Yeah, they have some degree of flexibility. Yeah, they sway in the wind. Which trees are more likely to snap when the wind gets stronger? The woods that are rigid. The more dense that wood, the more rigid, the more likely it will snap. So be like the willow tree. Every time there is wind that comes, all these people that talk all this shit, because let's face it, that's a part of human behavior. Human behavior requires human beings to form groups to attack other people. That's what we are conditioned to believe and behave like. We are conditioned to do this. Do you know how many people, if I'm really nice to you right from the start, like, oh my God, no one's ever been nice to me. What did I ever do to be loved like this? Uh, you existed. I don't know. This is just who I am. I love people. That's just who I am. I recognize what you offer. I recognize how much you consistently bring to the table, how you honor me. I like to make it known that I recognize this. I like to do little things for you to make you feel special. It's not about you. This is about me. This is how I process my life. This is how I organize my thoughts and my emotions. I value you. It makes me feel good to make you feel valued. Does that make me a bad person? Does that make you anything outside of who you are? No. But the fact of the matter is, every single time I come across a person like that, where they don't understand why they deserve to be valued the way I value them, which is in accordance and alignment with their truth, um, it hurts my heart because it's a huge reminder as to how society has definitely conditioned us to believe that just do your job. This is what's expected of you. Do your job and be grateful you have a job. Be grateful you have a purpose. Um, no. How about feel however you feel? Okay. I'm going to feel however I feel. We're going to have to both respect how each other feels. Now, if there comes a point where I feel for myself, it is appropriate to express my gratitude for you in whatever way I express it, whether it's words, whether it's little trinkets, whatever it is. Um, that's what I'm going to do. And however that affects you, um, you're going to have to address that. My brother's nurse, I really like her. Um, every time I come to California, I bring her a little something because she just always goes above and beyond for him. She's so patient, just amazing. And the last time I came to California, I gave her, uh, I think it was like some, because it was right before Valentine's. And I made her some truffles and I got her like this little pack of facial masks, sheet masks, because she works so hard. Just eat some chocolate, wear a fucking face mask, and just chill, vegetate on your couch. And I gave her the bag, and she looked teary eyed, and she was like, "Oh my god, why are you so nice to me, bitch? Don't you ever fucking talk to me like that again." I was like, "What the fuck do you mean? Why am I so not? Why shouldn't I be? You're fucking amazing." That legit offended me. Like, what did I ever do for you to be so? Exist? Exist? That's what you did? You existed as the amazing person that you are. That's what you did. That's what you did. I don't know. Maybe it's time for us to recognize that sometimes the things that people do that offend us are the very things we too are guilty of and are unable to address within ourselves, like this concept of, okay, why am I so nice to her? What did she ever do to deserve me being so sweet to her all the time? Well, girl, let me call you out on your own shit. People want to give you things and do nice things for you, and you never allow them to because, oh my god, I'm just being me. Why? No, you don't have to give me anything. Okay, you hypocritic fucking asshole. I'm talking to myself now. Like, okay, I get it. That's why it irritated me. That is still an aspect of myself. I need to dive deeper to see the root of where that comes from. What point in my life was I somehow taught by other people or by myself that others can express their gratitude for me in that way, in the same way that I express my gratitude for other people. That just dawned on me right now. I was so caught up in this, like, girl, you fucking just offended me. Like, take the shit. I want you to have it. I want you to enjoy it. I want you to feel valued. I didn't take it a step further. I literally just took it a step further right now. Like, it just dawned on me. That's still kind of like, I still have such a deep appreciation for it. And like, I really, really like her. And I just was like, why is this even coming up? I still feel some kind of way about this because I haven't finished learning about it. It was showing me directly how it's so difficult for me to receive compliments, receive gifts, receive all sorts of different things that people try and give me. And I'm like, oh, no, 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 it's okay. Oh, no, 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 it's okay. No, 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 no. Yeah, no, it's not okay. It's not okay. We have to allow ourselves to receive the way we choose to give. If we choose to give overly, if we choose to truly appreciate other people and show little tokens of our gratitude, we have to allow ourselves to also receive, just like we're forcing on other people to receive from us. Ooh, that's deep. That's where this reading ends. I need to process that. I need to process that. I need to go make some chocolate, send out chocolate orders. I need I need to put some of this, like, my heart feels like it's like expanding right now. It's a pulsating, or I might just be hungry. I don't know. But I feel this pulsating, like, just what? She was being my mirror. Oh my fucking God. No wonder I like her so much. Okay. Because I've gotten to a point, I actually really like myself now. I like myself. I do. I like myself a lot because that's a fucking number. 88%, 1122 on 388. What? Hold on. Let me see what. Oh, let's see what the iPad says. Let's see what the iPad says. Hold on. No, no, no. Oh, okay. Let's just grab it. We got it. We got it. 1122 38 100 26,086 14,287 and 18. 402 12 13. That's a whole lot of fucking numbers. We're going to have to process that. Let's go. I love you guys. Thank you for sharing this space with me. Please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. Join me when I'm live. And I don't know, maybe if you guys really, really want to have me do a video of all the physically aggressive. Yeah, no, 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 no. I should not teach that kind of shit. That's that. Yeah. I love you guys. I'll see you again very soon. Bye.